All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys. Oh, hold on. I'm having a echo. Hold on.
Good morning, everybody.
Let me turn.
I'm here too.
Hold on. Yeah. Good morning, Peter. Yeah, I had this on. I was listening to Jared. So I was doing all my morning errands. Man, Jared gave a great breakdown engineering the markets on Tesla, on Bitcoin, which we'll talk about today. So if you're watching the engineering the markets every morning, you're really getting some really good, valuable stuff there. So shout out to Jared. Good morning, Peter. How you doing today?
I am actually doing absolutely fantastic. I have had a great morning already. We went to bed early. You know, you can only keep up the pace for so long. So we went up to bed early last night, and I woke up this morning and I went to the gym. And so there's the view. There's the gym. That's the view from That's the view from the gym that I had at 6 a.m. this morning. You can't beat that. Come on, guys. This is awesome. So we're in Guatape, Colombia, and I said there's the gym. The other one was a view from my hotel room, and we're at the lovely The Brown Hotel, as it's called. I've got a picture in there somewhere of the lobby of the hotel as well. There's the hotel at night. There's the lobby. Anyway, it's a pretty cool place. So we're continuing the tour with the Bearable Traders of Colombia. No, please don't. Please.
Should I?
Before we left the last place, what the heck? Go ahead. Somebody had a camera when I wasn't expecting it. I thought this was a private moment, but there I am by the pool, coming out in my underwear. So because I didn't even bother with a bathing suit. That's the type of trip we're having, everybody. So if that doesn't scare you away, then maybe we'll see you whenever we do the next one. So it's a great trip. That was actually taken at the restaurant that we were at yesterday afternoon. Fantastic food, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful restaurant. So it's been a great trip so far, and we're going to continue. So let's get to trading, because we do have a couple of things to talk about this morning with our economic data. I want to make sure I cover that first and foremost, since the numbers just came out a couple of minutes ago on the jobless. Jobless claims, initial jobless claims were anticipated about 215,000. They came out at 224,000, so slightly higher than anticipated. Interestingly, the continuing jobless claims came out slightly lower than anticipated, but not by much. 2.9 million was the forecast, roughly. We'll call it 8. It really rounded to 2.9 million was the number. So, pretty close there. So the U.S. trade deficit was the other thing that I was watching this morning. Still blows my mind that the U.S. trade balance is so heavily towards imports. But anyways, it was $73.8 billion towards the import side, which is actually better than the anticipated 75 roughly billion that the market was looking for. So all in all, those are your numbers. And once again, right, we're seeing numbers that more or less match the forecast. So I don't know if forecasting's got better, or we're just not seeing as much variability in the economy, but it's really not having the market impact that it used to. So okay, what can you do? We'll have to wait for trades on individual stocks as they choose to move with news or craziness. I mean, who out there was following United Healthcare, wondering what the heck's going to happen with that stock today? Well, maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later, as that's just a crazy, crazy story. But anyways, we'll come back to that. Carlos, why don't we take a look at what's gapping and go from there?
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Our gappers list got a bunch of stuff in the green this morning. A lot of it, obviously, the elephant in the room, cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, are all on this list this morning, with it passing over 100K last night, right? So you can see here, they're leading almost the entire gap up list. I'm going to be looking at my favorites as usual. We'll dive into those. And then, as you can see here on the gap down, not so much. And some of these tickers, I don't recall them. NC and I mean, I never think I've heard of that. Phi, AS, SoFi we have heard, but some tickers there that we're not too familiar with. But we'll check out what's going on with them. If there's anything that we can take advantage of, we'll definitely pull those aside, put them on our list. But let's start with our gap up this morning, guys. First one on the day, we got a couple of low floats. We got 4.3, 329,000, and 2 million on the first three. Our PRFX is the first one. This is up 97%, 16 million shares traded. This is pain reform. They're high flying this morning already. Have kind of pulled back from their highs. Their highs this morning, the pre-market was $8, right? So right to the penny. From then has seen a lot of weakness. So Peter, this thing in play today for sure. Hard to borrow. Low flow at 4.3. What's the latest and greatest?
Well, it looks like whatever they're doing is a reform for any pain that shareholders might have had. All right, I had to dad joke you guys this morning. But they have news on a phase 3 clinical trial for one of their treatment drugs, PRF 110, has successfully completed their phase 3 trial, and that's causing it to jump this morning.
Yeah, there it is again. Not my typical stock that I want to watch. Hard to borrow, low flow, so won't be on my list. Next on here, another low flow, 330,000 BJDX, and again up 77%, 11.8 million shares traded. Also hard to borrow. This is Blue Jay Diagnostics. Peter, anything on here? I'm probably gonna skip through this pretty quickly.
I mean, the only thing I see is that they had announced a reverse stock split. Did that happen today? When is this? Oh no, that happened in November. So yeah, I'm not sure why it's moving today. That's old news. They had a 1-for-50 stock split just under a month ago. So even though that's not current news, Carlos, that's probably all I need to know. I'm running away from that. 1-for-50, and they're still trading less than $10. Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Next, BTSCT. This one's obviously a Bitcoin play here. It is up 15%, 425,000 shares traded. I do believe there's better Bitcoin tickers to look at, right? So we got MSTR, we got HUD, we got even Robinhood this morning is going to look a lot better, given how crypto is moving. Riot, I mean, there's a ton, right? So for me on my list, I'm going to be adding some of my favorites that I've been trading for quite some time. It's going to be Coin, and it's going to be Mara, and of course MSTR. I know I'm a little crypto heavy on this. I might move one of these down, but these three are front and center. This is what's hot right now. This is what's going to be in place. What's everybody's looking at is going to get the volume. Mara actually looks to me to be my least favorite, at least out of these three. But for sure, this is what's happening today. We'll be watching Bitcoin very closely. Peter, anything to add on Bitcoin, and also your favorites? I know you're not a big fan of these tickers, but which one will you be watching today, as this is the stuff that's hot?
Well, you're right, Carlos. I mean, what can we say other than overnight we had this big move in Bitcoin? It actually sort of started towards the close of the market and amazingly continued blasting through the $100,000 mark that we've all been waiting for. And yeah, I think that you can sort of pick your favorite. I mean, Coin usually is what I go to. I just like the way it moves. It's higher priced, but the movement is a little more predictable. Helps me, sort of stay calm through that trade. So I like that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen today. We're in uncharted territory, right? First time Bitcoin's been up here. So are we going to see massive movement? Are these things just having gapped pre-market and going to go sideways because it's already been thin? Tough to tell, Carlos, but I think you're right. It's worth keeping a couple of them on your list, just to stay on top of it to see what excitement might occur this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you look at our list, guys, I mean, a lot of it is made up of Bitcoin on the gap up list. I'm going to scroll to the bottom and see what else we can pull off here that might not be Bitcoin related. Only one I'm seeing, even DJT has got some cryptocurrencies ties now. SMCI. SMCI is probably the only other one that I could quickly pick off. There's more on there, but one that I'm interested in talking about for sure is SMCI. I mean, this thing continues to trade very well for us. It continues to deliver in the intraday action. It is up 2.2 with 2.2 million shares traded. It always seems to have volume, great liquidity, great spread. I mean, what else can you ask for a stock to give you on an everyday basis? I mean, this is becoming one of my new favorites. So I'm going to add it on here. Peter, anything to add on this one?
I think you said it all. What more do you want from me? Yeah, no, it's moving well, and I think if you like it, by all means.
Yeah. All right, we'll stop here on the gap up. Again, it's a long list, but a lot of it made up from cryptocurrencies, the Bitcoin play this morning. Peter, anything you like on the gap up or any earnings that maybe we didn't touch on?
Haven't had much of a chance to scan for sort of my own favorites. I see, like you said, a lot of green on the screen. I see that Tesla and Nvidia, AMD, Apple are all green this morning, but I haven't looked them up to see how much. On the earnings side, a couple of earnings that did come out this morning, but they're not really causing big moves. Dollar General, DG, had earnings this morning. They beat on revenue, slightly missed on bottom line profitability, but again, not a big trader, but DG if you're interested. Kroger is one that I often watch. Kroger is very hit or miss from a trading point of view. Low volume this morning. It's actually gapping down. Sorry, I should have looked that up first, but they missed on revenue and met their earnings. So they're expected to deliver 34.3 billion. They came in at 33.6 and hit dead on it with 98 cents per share on earnings. So Kroger, I don't know why I like Kroger. Probably because I had some good success on it many moons ago. But yeah, I find like you've got to be very very careful. I don't usually trade it, but I often keep an eye on it during earnings. Other ones that I tend to watch are I think we only got one or two others, Carlos, and they're gapping down so far. So we'll get to them when we get to the other side of the list.
Yep, absolutely. All right, let's take a look what's gapping down this morning. NCNO. As you can see on here, I don't recall ever looking at this ticker, but they're down big today, 14%. Not much volume, so I don't think it's going to be a player for us. It does have shares for sure. Let's see how much. 3 million. So yeah, more than enough on there. But Peter, I don't think we ever seen this company before. At least it never made an impact. Encino, whatever that is. I don't like it. It won't be on my list today.
No, the reason why they're here is just because they had earnings after the close yesterday. Their Q3 earnings came out and they were good. They beat their sales targets and the forward-looking analyst estimates. They also had an upgrade this morning. Well, not an upgrade. They had a price revision. Needham revised their price upwards from $40 to $45. But neither of those, I agree with you, Carlos, make it interesting enough for me to put on my list.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I don't like it. AEO this morning, American Eagle Outfitters. Again, we see this stock once in a while. Not a great intraday trading ticker. We know the company well, obviously, but again, they don't day trade very well. And part of it's the lack of volume and the spread. The spread is going to get better at the market open, but not by much. And again, just the price action is brutal. Peter, any news gapping them down almost 15% today?
AEO. All right. One I hadn't looked up. Sorry, I was still trying to get things set here. Okay.
No worries, man.
Usually it's earnings. So I got to assume it's earnings. And so, yes, indeed. So they had earnings after the close yesterday as well. Looks like they, what are they? Are they gapping up or down, these guys? AEO.
They are
They're
down
gapping.
today. Yeah.
They're down. Yeah.
Getting
Okay.
smacked pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, so they missed their numbers in the quarter. That's why I was wondering. I thought we were still talking gap up stuff, but my bad. But they actually missed pretty heavy. They on their sales. So that was not. And now there's a big variance. It looks like just looking at the numbers here between what there's expected on revenue. Some were saying that it was 1.3 billion and they'd only delivered 1.9, which is only a 1% miss. Others are saying the initial revenue estimates were around 1.6 billion, so that would make a big difference. Anyways, American Eagle, I have never traded this. I know I used to watch it, and Carlos, it for the volume just never came into it when I was watching. When I look at my daily chart here, it tells me that it gets about 4 million shares on average, but I never find it in the trading. So yeah, not an offering that I would watch.
Yeah, it's again, we've seen this plenty of times, and just the overall action on it is just so bad. So there's better things to look at. Here's SentinelOne. We've seen this ticker before. Last night took a nice dive here from 29 all the way down to 25. Today hanging out here down at 12.6, 1.2 million shares traded. It's a hit or miss. We've seen it trade well a few times, not a lot, but they're here today, Peter. It looks like something went wrong yesterday. Maybe earnings.
So, something went wrong. I look. Who's getting fired?
Someone's getting
They
fired.
broke something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was earnings after the close. So once again, we had a bunch of these that sort of had earnings. They missed on their quarterly targets. But the big thing here is that they actually reduced their guidance. So they claim that it's the same guidance, but the analysts, of course, had a higher view of what their guidance should be. So because of that, the stock gets taken down. We see this time and time again, right? Doesn't matter what you think, it matters what the analysts think you're going to do. So being that the analysts wanted more, they are saying not good enough. And of course, the stock is moving down about 12% so far this morning. Decent volume, I'll give it that. And Carlos, the price action doesn't look bad either. So, this one, I can't say it's one I normally watch, but it doesn't look bad.
Yeah, it doesn't, and we've seen it plenty of times, and more often now will be a bad trading stock. But today looks interesting. Maybe not on my main list, but definitely worth adding to the secondary. I like the gap down 12.5. We're down 12% on it. So yeah, might be worth watching this one today. Let's take a look at AS. What is this ticker, by the way? This is down 7.2. Amer Sports. The name sounds familiar. Down 7.2 and 1.3 million shares traded. Again, I don't know what this 1.3 is showing here. I don't see that type of volume. Looks very, very light to me. I guess you got 600,000 here. But yeah, I'm not liking this one at all. Amer Sports.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's one of the type of news events we don't like so much. That I got a special guest, guys. Morning, everybody. There you go.
Nice.
Andrew's ready to party at any
The
time
music
of the
is in
day.
his head.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Amer Sports.
That is awesome.
Secondary offering. 40 million shares on a secondary offering, priced at about $23 a share. So that's why we see the price from moving into that range. But that's usually not tradable.
Yeah, not looking good. FI today, this is down 6%, 600,000 shares traded right now. It just looks messy. We've seen this before. Yeah, this is not my typical stock, Peter. I won't be watching this, but what's the news on it, if any?
Interesting. The chairman, president, and CEO of this company, Fiserv, a guy by the name of Frank Bisignano. I'm probably saying that completely wrong. Anyways, he was nominated as commissioner of the Social Security Administration. So he's been nominated by the Trump group, by President-elect Trump, to be commissioner of the Social Security Administration. So I don't know directly what that means for this company, because Fiserv, what do they do? They're an IT services company. I'm not sure what his connection is to Social Security, but and I guess I don't know whether he's going to accept that nomination, but we've got to presume that they've at least done that verification. But that seems to be the news really this morning.
Yeah, it's definitely news causing some action here this morning. I just don't think this stock is going to deliver great trading, so I'm going to stay away from it. Spread right now 50 cents, probably higher, because you don't got it much. It'll probably get better at the market open, but again, overall, the daily doesn't even have great volume. Has been doing well. Look at this, all year had a nice explosion from July to December. This thing was at 150, made it all the way to 225. So. I just don't think it has the guts for day trading. So I'm gonna leave that one alone. Let's look at SOFI, which is Sofi. So one of our favorites. We looked at this plenty of times. When it is in play, it can trade very, very well. It gets the volume, which it has today. Today we're 3.1 million shares traded. We're down 2.7 on this thing. Peter, it looks good, and I like the daily too. Like the range here that we're kind of testing the support on. That could be interesting. If there's a failure here, if we're going to be weak, we got some room to run here. So I like what I'm seeing. This might be on my list today. Is the gap down is not big, but the volume is. Anything on SoFi today?
I mean, there was some news yesterday, yesterday morning on them that they having added a couple of partnerships to their portfolio, so they get access to some private investment alternatives, including SpaceX. So it's interesting. SpaceX is starting to get into a couple of funds. So SoFi has partnered with a company called Templum. Templum has access to something called Cosmos Fund, and Cosmos Fund has SpaceX in it. So you can see how diluted that access is. But, right, people are still been looking for how do I play it. This would now be a way through SoFi, again, extremely indirectly, to sort of play SpaceX through its holdings. Now, I can't tell you from that how much of their overall holding is SpaceX. I've got to believe it's nominal, right? Like it's got to be pretty small. But if sometimes that doesn't matter, right? We trade the news. So that's the news.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's so if I like this one, I'm gonna add it onto the list. Again, I like the volume on it, I like the daily as well. So we could get some a good action out of this one. All right, that covers our gap down list. Again, not a whole lot on there. Everything's on the gap up this morning. And yeah, not much to cover there. Peter, as far as earnings and anything else gapping down, what do you have on deck?
Well, I had two that I wanted to talk about. One from earnings. The Signet Jewelers was one that I was looking at this morning. Signet missed top and bottom line. They were off revenue slightly at 1.35 billion when the expectation 1.36, and their earnings per share was only 20. They delivered 24 cents when the expectation was they would deliver 29 cents. Signet Jewelers, not normally a great trader, as you can see this morning. Volume is fairly low. SIG, sorry, is the ticker on that if I didn't mention it. Low volume, but I
No,
don't know
I got
why.
it.
I just often I keep an eye on that. The other one that I just talk about, just because it's so crazy, is UNH. How can we not talk about United Healthcare? So there
I
is a
know.
manhunt going on in
Wild.
Manhattan, right, for a shooter. There you go. That look at black hoodie, mask, gun with a silencer. Took out Brian Thompson, who's the CEO or was, I guess, the CEO of United Healthcare. And this is right before their company's investor conference, right, which is happening at the Hilton Hotel. So it begs all sorts of questions, right? Was it a hired gun? Was it a private hit? Was it an angry shareholder? Like, what the heck is going on? This is the stuff of movies, right? Like, Carlos, I honestly can't
Yeah.
recall
Yeah.
a hit, like a hit on a corporate executive. I've seen that in movies plenty of times. I don't ever remember seeing it like in real life. So
Yeah, or
it's
at least
crazy.
not caught on camera. I mean, this is wild, man. This is
Well,
wild. It
and
really
they seem
is.
like they didn't bother with it, right? They understood that the camera was there. They had a bike positioned around the corner so they could take off through Central Park, and there you go. Look at that. You got all the pictures, Brent. That's awesome.
I was directing
So,
for you.
this was clearly, yeah, this is clearly planned, and but nobody quite understands why at this point. It's one of those weird things, like that, and I know we were having this conversation. They said, well, doesn't he wander around with bodyguards? And I'm like, most corporate executives don't usually have bodyguards because it's not a high risk
They're
position
not
from
known.
personal
Yeah,
security.
yeah.
No, like you'll have
Hmm.
drivers to take you places. If you're going somewhere unfamiliar, you'll have bodyguards, and they would have bodyguards positioned around because it is the shareholder meeting. So they would have security there just in general, but usually an executive, even the CEO of a large corporation like this, isn't necessarily wandering around with a number of bodyguards unless there's a specific concern, right? And I have to presume in this case there wasn't. Interestingly, again, just randomly, we were talking about it, and the reality is, for a targeted hit like this, think about it, right? Even if there were bodyguards, the bodyguards might be able to tackle the shooter. You're still dead, right? They're not reacting fast enough to take him down in all reality. So I find this just weird and fascinating. So I was looking at United Health as a stock. So I'm like, all right, so is there tradable opportunities? I don't know, to see what happens. The stock didn't care. It didn't move. So if the objective was to create a problem for the company or a run on the stock, so far that ain't working out. So
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah.
it's just crazy
And it's
news.
so funny now. Like you got articles coming out that he might have been doing some insider trading and some sex assaults. Like there's all kinds of stuff coming out now. I could see reporters working on a story that they were trying to release when they had more information, and now since this happened, it's just releasing half-assed stories. That might not have all the details. So we got to be careful what's out there. The internet's great at being first, but not correct at times. So just be careful what you read. But yeah, it's wild, man, to see something like that happen in just Midtown New York City, where everything's so populated. It's insane. It really is. All right, friends, let's get to well, before we do that, Peter, anything else you like? You had two UNH. How about anything else on your list?
The only one thing I can't speak apparently this morning. The only other thing I was watching, I noticed that BABA was down this morning a little bit, BABA, which just was, the rest of the market seems relatively bullish. I was surprised to see BABA gapping down. So I just thought I'd mention that. I was looking at some of the other offerings, and they're not all following suit. It doesn't seem to be a sector problem. PDD is down slightly, but JD is up. So I haven't really looked at the Chinese stocks in a while. Sort of fallen aside, right? All the Chinese offerings, whether it's EV or media services companies, they've all sort of just gone very boring recently. So yeah. Other than that, nothing.
All right, you got it. Let's take a look at our chat, friends. Here, I see American Airlines by Chris Young. Also, someone mentioned this over on our YouTube. Elisa Bianca, I think is your name. So we'll take a look at American Airlines, see what's happening there. AAL is the ticker, and wow, look at that, up 6.4, 2.7 million shares traded. So American Airlines definitely in play today. Let's see if this is moving over to any other tickers. United Airlines also doing decent here as well. Let's take a look at Delta. Delta also up 2.6, but seems like American Airlines has the news this morning, Peter. I'm not sure if you had a chance to look at that yet. I'm checking as well. Let's see what's driving American Airlines. Surges on after
it's a rare
lifting
move.
Q4 profit. Yeah, guidance.
Yeah, exactly. It's a rare move where a company raises guidance outside of their earnings cycle. Normally, they stick it with earnings, so they must be pretty confident. And significantly raised it too, right? The previous guidance was between 25 and 50 cents a share in terms of earnings. They've raised that now to 55 to 75 cents. So that's pretty confident. That's significant. So American Airlines could very well be in play today because that's a big lift in their earnings. And as we see, almost 3 million shares traded this morning. In fact, I was just watching it, jumped from 2.7 to almost 2.9 in a heartbeat. So there's block trades going on here too. So yeah, could be fun. Good catch there. Thank you guys for mentioning it. Keep them coming.
Yeah, keep them coming for sure. Let's take a look at next one on here. We have is Snow. We looked at Snow was in play a few days ago, right? We had this huge gap up on Snow. It did trade very well, and actually did take a trade on that, which again turned out really good. But man, it's a hard stock to hold through. The price action is very, very difficult. Today they're up slightly. Barely any volume. I think we need to wait for another major news, a major catalyst to kind of get this type of volume again. Again, even with 55 million shares traded, this big gap up here from 130 over to 160, it still was, difficult to trade, not impossible, but difficult. If you don't get the volume on this one, I don't see how you can trade this effectively, how you can get a good entry, how you can kind of predict what the price action is going to do next. So I'm not going to be watching it for those reasons. But again, depending on your trading style, this could fit your criteria. It definitely does not fit mine. So I won't be taking a look at it for sure. On here next, I saw Intel. Let's take a look at Intel. What's going on with Intel? So 3 really bad days here heading down, and today we're getting a little bit of a rebound. 1.6 million shares traded. We'll have to wait for the market open to see what else we get out of this. Again, we're getting some kind of bounce here. Obviously, the last 3 days have not been great, so you might see some support building up here right at the support level. You look at this previous day close. I mean, there's just tons of support here, so no reason, no surprise why we're getting a bounce here and why that's where we stopped from selling off yesterday. So, Peter, I don't know what's causing this weakness, but Intel could have been interesting the last couple of days. We didn't have it on the radar, but it looks like a highway to hell a little bit, at least for the short term period.
There have been some of the semis that have been jumping up different days. I know that earlier this week, I think it was on Tuesday, in the room as we were trading here in Colombia, somebody was trading MU and got some good trades off of that. Well, again, another one that weren't watching actively, but some good trades came out of it. Intel, I mean, I don't see a lot of news. They have announced that they have appointed a couple of new individuals into their board of directors. It doesn't feel like quite enough to move the stock, but maybe I don't understand the significance of these two individuals who, they've got the former president of ASML Holdings and the former chairman and interim CEO of Microchip Technology Inc. have been put on their board. So they're like tripling down on semiconductor expertise, which is generally what you do, right? And you want on those board roles. So, but that being said, it is what it is. As we just to remind everybody, Intel, remember that we've got the announcement of the retirement of their, I'll say, long-term CEO. He's been there for a little while, anyways. Pat Gelsinger, and seen as one who didn't really do all that well with his leadership
Horrible.
of Intel. Right, because I mean the stock has not performed well while he's been a leader, which is not the way you want to go out. But what can you do? So whether he retired or was retired, if you guys remember, we were talking about that. It doesn't matter, but it means that there's sort of a vacuum, and it is interesting to see that Intel is generally, since that announcement about a week and a half ago, that it's I was going to say it was moving positively, but actually, now that I look at it, it had a couple of down days. So, anyways, we'll see what happens. The markets don't typically like power voids in companies. So I know that they've announced interim CEOs, wasn't it like interim co-CEOs taken from within the company? But that also means that there's going to be like a battle royale at some point, right? Two CEOs enter the suite, only one will exit. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there.
Absolutely. And I mean, listen, if you're in the tech space, a chip maker, computer maker like Intel is, you failed your investors. I mean, you failed, right? This is the chip era. This is the AI era. And look at your chart. You're down here from the highs of 2020, 2021. Should be the opposite. So yeah, you did something wrong here. You got to make some changes, and hopefully that they're doing that. All right. Let's take a look at the chats. Anything else? We'll look at Netflix, CVNA, and then we'll head over to Peter to give us the latest and greatest on tonight's event here at BBT. Here's CVNA, which is Carvana. We haven't looked at this in quite some time. No. We're not looking at this. No. There's nothing happening. Yeah, roll the truck.
There you go.
Yeah, there's nothing going on here. So I know you mentioned this. Who mentioned this? Will. Interesting above 262. Okay, if you're looking at a daily breakout, but that needs to happen. Like there's not much going on right now. But again, it depends the type of trading you're doing. Based on what you're saying, daily breakout, maybe you're looking to get like a swing trade or something like that. But as far as day trading, something explosive at the market open, this one be it. So let's look at Netflix. Netflix here. They're going to get the volume at the market open. This is Netflix yesterday, no pre-market activity, and they did get some kind of breakout. I personally cannot trade stocks that do this, that are trading 9 million on a 5-minute, 12,000 on a 5-minute chart. I can't trade that type of stock. The price action is going to look very weird to me. I won't be able to trade my trade book. So that's not going to work for me. So yeah, it won't be on my list today. But man, Netflix, look at the price. 911. I mean, wow. Just when we thought these guys really screwed up, they just came back and showed everybody else, hey, we still got it. Man, what a run. They started the year. What is this? This is insane, Peter. I mean, why did you should have sold everything, just put it on Netflix and just chill. I mean, wow. Okay. That is a beautiful chart.
Yeah, it's been moving, and of course, Netflix has been they've had a lot of sort of blockbuster shows recently. Oh, sorry about that. And they're trying new things. We were talking about the fight that happened a couple of weeks ago, which the fight itself wasn't frankly that interesting, but the fact that it was on Netflix and it was free, right, rather than a pay-per-view event, they made it free on Netflix, and looks like they're benefiting from that. As now there's talk of them onboarding WWE, right? Because WWE has been struggling for more audience. Netflix is a great way to do it. They've been trying to do it on their own, so that partnership would mark a change. And of course, Netflix and a lot of the others, like Prime and others, have been putting live sports onto their platforms. So they're moving more. Frankly. Some ways it's good, Carlos. Some ways it's bad. That we're moving more to have them look like the traditional cable TV systems, right? Like Prime, I find very frustrating these days because now there's ads all over the place. I'm paying for my subscription, but there's still ads. But when I reflect on it,
Yeah, notice
it's
that.
like, like we used to pay for cable, and there were ads galore. We knew that. It's what we were signing up for, right? We paid for the privilege to watch the ads along with the shows. So, Prime's just bringing us back to the model. Netflix has that option too, right? Where you can watch ads at a lower premium. I pay the higher amount, so I don't have to watch them. But there's all their services seem to be going that way. So we'll see where all this goes. But yeah, Carlos, Netflix has been, it's tough to day trade, right? If you want to intraday trade it, the price action, the movement, I find difficult. But for a longer term stock, absolutely, you can't argue with that daily and weekly chart.
Yeah, it's the streaming business, man, is such a mess. Like if I want to watch a football game now, some games I got to go to Amazon Prime. I miss the old just direct TV or files, everything on one spot. It is so messy now. It gets annoying. It really does. But so many things you got to subscribe to just to get everything you want in one complete package. So hopefully we go away from that. Looks like we're going making consumers more inconvenient than what they need to be. So hopefully that goes away and dies soon. All right, let's stop here. Peter, take us through what's happening tonight on this Thursday.
It is Thursday. I can't believe it's Thursday already. Even while traveling, the weeks seem to be flying by. So, and we have our mentorship day. That's what we do. We do mentorship stuff, and we have our mentorship sessions that are tonight. And Lenny, I assume no 4 o'clock mentorship. Yeah, right. Okay. All right. So just check. And by the way, guys, look, I'm in the, we don't have the view today, but we've got this conference room. It's a little dark in here, but you can see all of our traders getting set up for the morning. Say hi, everybody. There you go. Hey, there you go. There's everybody.
What did Andrew have this morning? Was that just coffee
well,
on his
Andrew,
own? I don't think it was his coffee. What did he take?
He had a direct IV drip of caffeine apparently this morning because he's
Okay,
ready
there we
to
go.
go. So that's right. All right. But anyway, so we've got 3 then mentorship sessions happening today. John's got his session. And actually, we should check with that is in the chat room. I hope John's going to be able. John has been doing yeoman's work back in the home office, in the chat room, and we appreciate that. Hopefully, I think he's doing his mentorship, but he might actually do it in the chat room if he's covering there. But one way or the other, John will be around talking to you, so that'll be great. Then we've got our Jared's session on options. That is happening later today at 2 o'clock. Now, he's going to be running solo on that because I know I was at the gym at 6 in the morning with Megan. And while I know she's active and ready to go, we are both looking forward to a hike later this afternoon. I think we're climbing a whole bunch of steps to the top of something. That's all I know. So I know that she won't be able to do that. And then, of course, we got Thor's session happening tonight at 8 p.m. So that's what we got for you on the mentorship side. Should be a good day of sessions. If you want to join us at the chat room, if you're just listening on YouTube and you think, you know what, maybe this is a community I can get more value out of as you trade throughout the day, consider it. Really, like great people. I mean, look at those people that were behind me, right? Fantastic group, plus thousands more in the chat room. So if you want to consider joining us, we got a number of options. Go to bearbulltraders.com and you can find those options listed there, including our Cyber Monday sale that gives you great deal on either the Elite Annual or our Platinum, which combines the Peak Capital Bootcamp. And if you don't know what that is, go to peakcapitaltrading.com and you can find out all the information there. It's a great intensive bootcamp. Again, as I say all the time, it's not for the faint of heart. But if you want to get, sort of ramp up your skills quickly, it's a great way to do it, as long as you have the time to be able to focus on it. All right, so with that, Carlos, why don't we set some levels? We're getting ready for live trading. Said it's getting louder in the room as everybody's getting set up. So I'll hand it over to you, and then I'll let you know what our moderators are watching once they get their lists in.
Absolutely, friends. All right, here's my list. Coin. I moved Mara down. I'm going to watch Tesla. Tesla's daily looks amazing here for possible breakout. We get some strength. That's going to be nice. MSTR, of course, sticking with the Bitcoin play here. MSCI and also American Airlines with a nice pop we got this morning. Hopefully that continues into the market open. All right, let's get some levels in. Here's coin. High of the pre-market. We're looking at 350.01. The low of the pre-market 339.73. If you look towards the bottom here, you do have the highs and lows doing a great job for you. Do not need to mark anything else. And are we all-time highs? I believe we should be. Oh, no, we're not. We're not. But a coin actually opened up higher. I remember this. Yes. So next level 369. we're a ways from that. And obviously, all the way up here when I IPO'd, went up to 427. But for the most part, that's really far out. But at the moment, I like the action on the coin right now, and I also like the action sticking with the theme here. MSTR is another good one as well. Let's look at that one now. High of the pre-market of 445. 22, we'll slam one there, and then we'll slam another one over at 425.32. So also, guys, slam that thumbs up over on YouTube. We appreciate it very, very much. Let's see, we haven't asked for thumbs up in a very long time. Now that I think about it, we're sitting at 111. We'd love to be a little higher. We have 587 people watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate your support and sticking to the stream here. So 445, high of the pre-market. Above that, we do have an area. I'm going to take the top here of the close of this day at 474. And then obviously 503 is another area as well. Again, you got plenty towards the bottom, highs and lows for the last two trading days, doing a pretty good job. So those are my two Bitcoin plays. Looking at Tesla's looking good. 2.3 million shares traded, almost up half a percent here. 360.68 is the high of the pre-market. The only level I have close by here is going to be 361.79. Then after that, we have to go back all the way to 2021, 2020, and we'll do that on a weekly just to get some levels here so we have something. We're going to be looking, the best level I see is 370. We're $10 away from that, which is not too far-fetched for Tesla, and 378. So we'll mark those two levels there in case we do get going on Tesla, but I love the daily here for a possible breakout or even a rejection, head back towards the previous day close there. All right, SMCI, it is stuck between the highs and lows of the last two trading days, but again, as I mentioned, this is becoming one of our favorite stocks to watch. It gets the volume, it trades well in the intraday action, price action is clean, easy to read, a 5-minute ORB on this thing. So I really like this one. Low of the pre-market, setting it at 40.88, and your high of your pre-market is just shy of 43. 42.99. And once you do those two levels, I mean, just take a look at this beautiful area here. You're stuck between this consolidation we're seeing here. It's getting tighter and tighter on the range. So hopefully that can explode in one direction, up or down. Either way, we'll take it. American Airlines taking off here this morning, looking pretty good, releasing some good data early today. So high of the pre-market, 1609. And then towards the bottom, you do have your highs and lows of the last two trading days. The stock hasn't been up here in quite some time. We're going to go on a weekly here and take a look at some levels here all the way down to the left. Here we go. We got an area right around.
Carlos?
What's that?
Was that an accident?
Which one?
Or did you mean that pun? See, you didn't even know. I am proud of you then. You said
what
American Airlines is American Airlines is taking off. I
did not plan that.
I thought it was.
That just happened.
That's just, see, yeah, well, congratulations! You're now entered dad joke era. So I am proud of you.
Yes,
well done.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm proud of myself right now. Yes. All right, 15.41 towards the bottom, guys, off the weekly, and then towards the top, we do have 16.84 on American Airlines, looking very good today. Let's just hope it can stick with this move that we're getting here right now. Again, a lot of action right now. 3.4 million shares traded, up 7.3, looking pretty decent so far. All right, friends, great list. Excited for today and to see how things roll here after the bell. Peter, take us to what our team is watching, and then we'll switch over to Andrew and Brian trading live from. Where are you guys in Colombia now, Peter?
We are in Guatapé, which is a lake district. We're on one of the largest lakes here, and it's quite gorgeous, as we were showing you earlier. Actually, why don't we throw up a picture again, just so people can understand what we're looking at.
Yeah, because there's more people watching now. Yeah.
There you go. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. That's the view from my hotel room, and there you go. That was the gym as I was working out this morning. And so, as you can see, just a gorgeous place that we're trading from here. So, we're here for 2 days, and then we move on Friday morning, heading on to our third and final stop. So. And you had to go back with that one. All right. Well,
okay. You're never gonna live that picture down.
Yeah,
we need a song. What's the song? Girl, look at that body. We need to play that song with this. Girl,
exactly.
Look at that body. I work out.
I'm too sexy for this shirt. So I, it's just what it was. Sometimes you got to work it. What can you do? All right, let's take a look at what our moderators are watching as they're getting ready for the trading day. I'm going to start with Nathan, who's watching AMD and NVIDIA, as well as some overall, looks like some futures there. Mike is watching Coin, Mara, and Tesla. Thor is going to be watching Mara, MSTR, SMCI, and Amazon. Eamon watching Amazon and FCX, and potentially Futu. So FU to you, Eamon. Though says it's potentially a risky trade. Jared, of course, watching the crypto stocks. He's got a list here: Hut, Mara, MSTR, Coin, and he's going to be watching some of the these looks like the ETFs, right? XLK and XLF. Andrew in with his list already. With Coin, Mara, Tesla, and MSTR on the list. Obviously, we're all heavy as Bitcoin has gone over 100,000 K overnight. I've got my usual AMD, NVIDIA, and Tesla, and of course I will also be watching Coin, Mara, and American Airlines. Jared has just added QS onto his list, something he's going to keep an eye on. So that's what we've got from our moderators so far. Guys, we're getting ready here for the open. I see Brian's now in the room, and he's looking ready to go. Andrew, he's not here. He's probably bouncing off a wall somewhere, but he'll be back any moment as we get ready. So hopefully you all have a really great trading day today. And Carlos, this is the last day we are trading live on our journey here. So you should have some support from others. Everyone out there, be gentle with all of my friends who are jumping in to help Carlos over the next few trading days here on the pre-market show, as I'm going to be in areas that don't have good internet connection. So thank you for sharing the journey. And if you're feeling like, geez, that's a trip you'd like to be on, well, next time hopefully you can join us, because it is a heck of a lot of fun. So let's do that. Let's once again show you the room. Everybody's look at now. Everybody's starting to look serious as they double down. Say hi once again, everybody. Hey, there we go. All right, so there's everybody in the room. All right, Carlos.
That is
good
awesome,
luck over
guys.
the next few days,
guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Have fun out there, guys. Be safe, and we'll switch over to Brian and Andrew, and we'll wait for them to connect, get a sound check, and make sure they're ready to rock and roll here.
Yeah, I see Brian's frantically trying to plug things in over here, so he's getting here. Like, this is there he is. That's where he's going to be trading from, right there. Andrew's got his rig all set up right beside it. Let me point at it. That right there. So yes. Anyways, they're getting themselves ready, and we'll get ready for this open. Somebody find Andrew. Carlos, have you seen any crazy, like, I don't know, like you're not anywhere near Manhattan, but I don't know, like, is it bigger news locally that there was actually like a hit happening in your neighborhood?
Oh yeah, I mean,
neighborhood?
there's people are in shock to see stuff like this. But I mean, crimes happen all the time, but to see someone so calmly, just plan something like this, like again, we don't see stuff like that. This is the straight of a movie, So it's
Right.
yeah, it's shocking, man. It's shocking. So yeah, locally, I saw you.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what if they find the person and or figure out what the motivation might be. Right? Was it personal? Was it a disgruntled shareholder? Was it maybe somebody who got the policy denied, right, or service for one of their family members, or was it something else, right, more nefarious in their personal life? It's I don't know.
I mean, the hair care, the healthcare business, man, is so shady. I got a couple of people, my wife included, goes to the hospitals, and you got to see the stuff that goes on here, man. The money that gets switched from one vendor to another just because somebody wants to. I mean, it's shady, So if this guy is obviously doing something that pissed somebody off to this point. It's not a regular person. It's not somebody that their grandmother got sick and they didn't get healthcare. This is more than that. This is serious. Unless that grandmother's son was this guy, which is a professional killer, looks like. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
And Andrew's back. He's He's acting more like a DJ than a trader. I don't know how much caffeine he's had this morning. He is on fire this morning. So.
He's on it. There it is. All right, guys, we'll switch off. Take care. Trade safe, guys.
Trade smart, everybody.
Wait, we're not getting volume from you, Andrew, or is it just me?
No, I'm not getting it too. Andrew,
No,
Brian,
we're
you're
not
on
getting
mute.
volume from Andrew and Brian. Make sure your mics are on. We heard you. Oh, we might have heard you through Peter's machine and not
I think it was through
Andrew's.
Peter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing any
Okay,
audio
nothing.
coming
Yeah.
through at all.
Let me sure that the correct mic on the settings is picking up the mic you want on the browser, on the BMix browser.
What
Nope,
about now?
it's correct. Yep, I can hear you
There
now,
it is.
Andrew.
There it is. We got you. Okay.
Guys, good morning, everybody, to the chat room. We have finally a good internet. We are having so much fun. Serious FOMO everybody should have right now. Half of the people are alive, the other half couldn't wake up on time. But what happens when you bring people to Colombia? Congratulations, Benny, it's your birthday. That's great. I am very happy today because Bitcoin is over $100,000.
Yeah, I've got some Bitcoin ETF in my swing account.
We are so back.
Yeah,
We are
we're
so
back,
back.
We're back.
YouTube guys, I also want to say thank you for watching and thank you for not joining us for $1. That is okay. You can put that $1 into Bitcoin and retire in 45 years.
Okay. Diddly.
How can I sell $1 membership? All right, so today it seems that the internet is much better, so I can actually share my screen. You guys can see what's happening. The people in the room agreed not to stream anything seriously, so reduce, helps our bandwidth. But this one looks pretty good, even for upload speed.
No porn for everyone.
No, nothing for everybody. Just for 1 hour. You can always go back to your room. I'm watching today. I think the most reasonable thing to watch is the crypto stocks. Obviously, coin is up, MSTR is up. Coin I think is at all-time high. Again, my typical standard trading is opening range breakout. In this case, if I can get a good entry above volume weighted average price, I go long. If it goes below the volume weighted average price and then it squeezes with volume through the 1 minute, through the VWAP, that means that completely the price action changes. I love those kind of things that I can take long. Coin is at one candidate, MSTR obviously one candidate, and Mara is another candidate. Guys, also if you reduce the noise in the room, also would be nice. Less distracting for everybody. So yeah, that is the situation. I might actually, as you know, I have a lot of a SPY position. I was thinking of today, we were talking about yesterday with Brian and Megan. Maybe I start selling some calls for the end of the month. If the market opens, I want to see how it is. Maybe I start some 620 calls for the end of the month and maybe sell some 580 puts as well. So I expect that the SPY is going to trade between 620 and 580. So would be probably 100 contracts. So we'll see how it goes. We were talking yesterday that when the market is making all-time high and VIX is going up, it's some sign that people are starting actually buying some protection because the premium is going up. The implied volatility of the options market is going up. So it means that maybe this is a time that people think, oh, this is way too much. Let me buy some protection.
Right.
All right. So Brian, what are you watching? Crypto?
I'm watching Tesla. I'm watching Nvidia. I'm watching Marvell. Marvell seems to be selling off a bit. I've got a long position from yesterday. I still got some Google options.
Tesla is kind of flat. The kind of Tesla drives me crazy.
Yeah, Tesla hasn't been tricky.
Actually, Tesla, there's a look at the daily chart on Tesla on my screen right now on the left. Daily chart is actually gapping up above that range of the last 2 weeks. So that could be a good situation for Tesla to maybe break above 362. Now that I'm actually looking at Tesla, there is a case for Tesla for opening range breakup too, because in the daily chart it gapped up. So I'm gonna add Tesla in my list as well. Yeah, Tesla is not all-time high. I think Tesla all-time high was back in 2021, but this is definitely going toward the 52-week high, which is also a very important level, Pappy. So again, back, Tesla back was, I think all-time high is around 410. Now it's very interesting on a daily chart. If you look at it, is gapping up toward the range of the last 2 weeks. So potentially can be opening range breakup. I usually don't like Tesla when it's kind of flat, like a little bit up or a little bit down, but this one is a little bit different because the daily chart is gapping up. Our buddy SMCI seems garbage now. I think it's kind of done, SMCI. Until maybe the next earning report, maybe that brings some volatility. Bitcoin is 104. Congrats to all the hodlers. Hold for dear life. SPY at 608. CRM was a piece of garbage.
Got flat, yeah. Got Brendan's gonna watch AMD, Tesla, Mara, and Nvidia.
Guys, I want to record a video. You can say hi to people in the chat. Hey, traders are killing it in Colombia. Serious setups, serious traders. Abby's going to kill it in options day trading. This is a money machine.
Reward moves to faster.
Might be a.
I went out.
All right, MSTR is popping up from the VWAP, setting up a very nice opening range breakup. Maybe 1,000 share on MSTR gives us a good money. I'm actually pretty confident with my.
Peter, your DJT is moving up again. Peter called it yesterday. What does that mean?
1 minute.
1 minute
to the open.
means
Muy bien, muy
un
bien.
minuto. Por favor. Here we go. Something like Google. Oh, here we go.
Ding, 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 ding. All right, I'm looking at MSTR right now, guys. Guys, what's the music? No music, is it? Tesla is popping up. Tesla is actually super strong. Wow. So I'm looking for a pullback on Tesla for 1 minute opening range breakup. This is a super pop, nice pop. What's coin doing? Coin is setting off.
I'm short Marvell.
MSTR. Let's see, 1 minute opening range breakup. Tesla's price action is super heavy, strong. Let's see if it can hold. I'm gonna get some long on Tesla 363. Let's see if you can get a pullback and put a better entry.
You covering some Marvell?
Guys, I'm long Tesla, guys. 363.48. Let's a little bit higher. We're 1 minute to pin range break up. MSTR is dropping. See if Tesla 365 we get it would be nice.
Yeah, wow, it's taken off.
Still a little bit tricky because a little bit extended. You never know with Tesla. I also have an eye on MSTR. Let's see if Tesla can get 365.
Getting just about to stop out of the rest of my Marvell, but had a really nice drop there. Got a lot out at just above 14. 14.
All right, Tesla 365. Partialing, guys. 365.83. Whatever, I don't know what, but I'm partialing. It's my 1R. Now my stop loss is at the break even. 360, 347. Let's see, go to 386. Anyone Tesla? Nice. Be careful, it might drop, but partialing is important. Stop loss is now important.
Big order above up to 370 on Tesla.
Nice. Partialing more 366. I have 1,000 shares left. Yeah, this is definitely 52-week high in Tesla. MSTR is going down, so profit taking on MSTR. Muy bien, muy bien.
Sure.
Muy bien. All right, so I'm looking at Tesla, so potentially if you can get another entry if it does a pullback. So far, price action has been super strong.
Not a lot of
NVIDIA
not a lot of orders on the downside on Tesla.
That's good then. That's what we want to hear.
Yeah, could pull back to the VWAP.
NVIDIA is also ripping. NVIDIA, guys. Oh,
Yeah,
NVIDIA.
NVIDIA's starting to buff as well.
NVIDIA is interesting. I'm gonna add a little bit on Tesla 365. Let's see if you can get one more pop. I'm adding more on it, guys. Let's see I'm getting partial fill, unfortunately. If you see my screen, guys, you can see I'm getting partial fill, but that's okay. Life is never perfect. I'm partialing more on Tesla on 367. Very nice, guys. Muy bien. This is amazing. Yeah, TSLL. Yeah, TSLL. You could trade TSLL. That's very, very better way. The reason that I'm looking at Tesla is because Tesla order flow is original. TSLL order flow is a derivative. So I see, I look at the order flow. It's very important for me. I wish I had more. Didn't get filled. Investor task is making us rich.
Easy.
Crazy, yeah. Oh, beautiful Tesla. I should have taken more. I got a partial fill. I got only 2,000 shares.
I just trading some of that with options.
Options is the way to
I
go.
got long with some Tesla options on it.
NVIDIA is, I'm going to get back long on NVIDIA, long NVIDIA 145. Let's see what NVIDIA is up to. 145.35. So NVIDIA is trying to bounce from the previous day close. I have a long on NVIDIA, guys, 145.38. Let's see if you can get a 5-minute pin range breakup on NVIDIA. What's the SPY doing? The SPY went green. Ooh, wow. I like life like this. All right, NVIDIA is popping up. Come on, NVIDIA. Yeah, the order flow is strong on pretty much everything. So Tesla is going to go through 368. Yeah. So my average on Tesla is 364.74, which is a good thing. NVIDIA 145.80 is a level. I'm going to get to 145.80 and stop partially. Oh, there you go. That's a go. NVIDIA out, guys. I'm getting out more on NVIDIA. I got a very big size, 10,000 shares. So that's a lot. So I get out of it. Yeah, I know. I got. So that's why I'm getting out a little too early. Now I've only 8,000 shares. Wow. R3 on NVIDIA is 146.14. This is a very bullish price action on everywhere.
I just get in. I got out of a lot of these. My call 1075. And I'm in at on the 360s, expiring tomorrow.
Wow. Oh, wow. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty. If I'm getting the feed right on this book map, the market's pretty thin. There aren't a lot of orders. A lot of orders aren't showing up today. If you compare it to yesterday.
Traders
Yeah,
trading.
but I look at there isn't really that much. It's not really that much orders.
Well, we hope that market is continue going higher.
Yeah.
This is my account trading. Already have about $15,000 profit. Everything is doing pretty good here on this front. I have some orders that didn't get filled for Tesla.
Better make sure they're not still active.
Nice. Yeah, I'm
Make
gonna.
sure they're still not active.
Yeah, there are actually. I'm gonna get to that. Yeah. Traders, Mr. Peter. That's how traders trade together. This was actually turned out to be one of the best places in internet. It's really good. Nice, guys. Colombia. Oh. So my average on NVIDIA is 145.38. Hopefully I don't get stopped out. Tesla is pulling back. My average on Tesla is 364.74. So I'm holding and see if I get stopped out or not. Potentially I can. What's crypto MSTR sold off? See, MSTR at 934 was a nice trade. Did I tell? Do you guys remember that MSTR? I said that if it squeezes up above the VWAP with volume, could be a good long. Like MSTR at around 933, 934 would have been a good long.
Still a good short. Just popped back up there. Just stopping out on the rest.
Yeah, MSTR is also popping back up above the VWAP. We have NVIDIA coming back. NVIDIA is back to my break-even point, guys. So the rule of thumb is to get out of the trade if it hits your break-even point. See what Tesla is doing. See if Tesla is stopping me out or not. All right, so market is rolling over. SPY is selling up. That could be a place to. Yeah, I'm getting out of NVIDIA completely, guys. Oh, shit.
That's pulling back right now.
Yeah, I got to stop that on NVIDIA. Actually, I gave some of the profit back on NVIDIA, fortunately.
NVIDIA is losing the VWAP on red on the day.
Yeah, so NVIDIA was a nice pop. Tesla, what's my average? 364.74. If I can bring my average a little bit, I'm thinking of adding to Tesla. Not getting filled for some reason. Does anyone have any issues with getting filled? All right, I'm adding some Tesla. And this pullback, 364. My new average is 365.23. So this is nice, some small pullback on 1 minute chart. Let's see if we can test the high of the day one more time. But again, entry now is a little bit tricky. Entry usually. Okay, so as Tesla is going up, we're having yet another. Adding a little bit more on Tesla. Let's see. All right, here we go. Tesla broke 5 today. What an ad. Partially more, guys, on Tesla. 368. I like that. Did anyone add on Tesla on the pullback? No?
Oh. Just.
Very nice.
Everyone,
There's suspiciously quiet over there.
everyone repeat after me. I
Yeah,
love you,
Tesla.
Tesla.
I love you, Tesla.
Exactly.
I love you,
Love
Tesla.
you, Tesla.
These pullbacks are kind of places that Paris usually adds really nice, like between 939 to 1037. These are Paris is really good in adding on those stuff. All right, yeah, that's pretty good for this front. Yeah, guys, you can see in the chat room, you can also see my position and everything. So now that we can stream in the chat room, you can actually see that. So I'm pretty good. I have 1,000 shares of Tesla left, and as you see, I closed position. I kind of lost most of my profit on NVIDIA because it passed my break-even point. So I made only $1,600 on NVIDIA, which was not great. But Tesla is pretty bullish price action. Like order flow is very bullish, and let's go to 370. So we'll see that. So as you know, I only, as you see, only 1,000 shares. Pretty decent situation here. All right, Tesla to 370 would be interesting. My next partial would be 370. Wow. Tesla might be all-day runner today, guys. Not a bad idea to hold, a couple of hundred shares to let it go. What's MSTR doing? MSTR lost, Mara, garbage. All right, 370. How's YouTube doing, guys? Anyone? Any good trade on YouTube? Internet was pretty good, wasn't it? Anyone? Great trade. Yeah, great internet. All right, so Tesla is going to break the 370. I'm partially out. I have 800 shares of Tesla. That's a pretty good situation here. All right, partial more. Yeah, Tesla is the trade of the day. Congratulations to Mr. Musk. And John. John is a big fan of Elon Musk and has probably a lot of investment with him. So congratulations, John.
Is there some news on Tesla? It didn't really do much in the pre-market.
I don't think so. No, I think it's more correlated with the crypto assets.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I know Tesla used to have a lot of crypto, but I don't know if they still have. In 2021, they had it.
No. SOUN is breaking out. It's watching that.
SOUN.
Sound.
Sound. Oh, yeah. 16% up. What's the float on SOUN?
I don't think it's a low float.
Very beautiful, yeah.
Daily ATR is about $1. So this week I've got RBLX swing trades. Well,
Guys, I'm not going to add any other position. If there is any question in the room or in the chat, anything about the trades, anything about life in general, no.
no problem.
What's the meaning of life?
Trade, have fun, don't take yourself too seriously. Life is way too short. You are a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, going into the morning and say, I'm going to get my package job.
Yeah. It is trying to get back up to high day here.
I am done. I'm gone for the life.
Can't be.
Nice.
Same. Too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice, guys. Megan's all over the place.
I
Tesla,
know.
MSTR.
Testing.
Are you over trading?
Probably best in food.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you knew this.
Thanks.
Tesla heard that.
So,
Said, is Tesla still going up? It's not there for a ride.
use a move, Alice.
Well, thank you, Samantha and Caro and Pierre, to find this place and such a good internet. Amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Great hosts and hostess. I'm in a good mood today. Not even peasant can ruin it.
I could bring it down. HR needs to talk to you.
Damn. Oh, Tesla.
No, that's
Sorry. Partially. I still have 400 shares of Tesla.
That's what I believe. So I'm a little angry. Yeah, it's the line. Because I live in China. Well, they haven't had breakfast and it's not
Tesla had us an order at 375.
It's up. Supposed to be, this is a great spot. Wait, yeah. For the signals. Risk is.
Are you short?
Never know.
So we should swing this.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna share somehow. Tonight.
Yeah, I started from 441.
Holy hell. Nice. God.
Okay, guys, any question, guys? If you have any question
Marvell was
in the
great
chat
too.
room.
Great short.
Yeah, MSTR was very nice short, very, very nice short. Like Paris took a very nice short on MSTR. This could be a 5-minute open range breakdown.
Yeah. You try, he's showing, you know that zero is on. If you normally,
Anyone else trade MS or Marvell?
So I shared my trade guys into the chat room if anyone want to do that. So the next retreat, Omid, is Vancouver. So we're gonna do that in Vancouver. So 3 days, 1 day TEDx event, and then 2 days of live trading together. One of them is live trading, one of them is the webinar. I think Vancouver would be really nice. Is the recent one. I don't think we can have another one in Vancouver before Vancouver. NVIDIA, yeah, lost NVIDIA. So March 29 and 31st, guys, in Vancouver. So the first day is TEDx, and then at night we have a gala dinner that families are included. Then I booked the whole nightclub in Mansion Hotel, so we're gonna do some party there. And then the next day we start our webinar at 10 a.m. All day presentations. We have a lot of guests, and Monday morning we're gonna trade. Hopefully, I think it's earnings season in that time, so hopefully a lot of volatility as well. So that would be nice. The VIP tickets are gone, so these are the people who are invited to my place and restaurant and everything, but there are normal tickets available. And if you want to bring a partner or family, make sure that you can purchase an extra dinner, which is only 99 bucks for the dinner. And honestly, guys, we are not really making any money. I'm actually losing money on these events, but I love to bring, BBT together. If I believe this is a family, this is how you actually treat your family. You want to bring the family together. So the cost that you see is all just food and coffee and, that kind of thing. Right,
That's going to 4. Yeah.
420.
Yeah.
MSTR, yeah, it's pretty much setting off really nicely.
Holy crap, man.
Yes, John. So we go to the same restaurant, John, with the seafood towers and everything, and the people who are, actually purchased the VIP, they're actually invited to that restaurant too. That's my favorite restaurant in Vancouver. And guys, thank you so much for everybody to be patient with us in the last couple of days. Like this one is the best internet that we actually ever got in a hotel. So yeah, I'm not going to open any other trade. I'm just long Tesla a little bit, 200 shares. I'm actually not a bad idea to get out of most of it because I probably want to slowly head out. So today my day turned out to be like a $17,000 day. Yesterday was a $10,000 loss, and the day before was like 20 grand. So I'm average like not bad for the week. And now we go to selling naked options. What do you think, Brian?
No. I am long on a swing trade. I'm long UVXY.
UVXY.
Which is a volatility. It's an index that measures volatility. So UVXY is I'm long volatility basically.
SPY 620. Right, the SPY 620, we get $1.60 premium for the end of December. What do you think?
For which expired?
End of the year.
Like I said, that goes through the FOMC meeting too.
Yeah. All right, guys, Tesla is making a new high of the day. That was a great pullback if you wanted to add. I'm getting out more. I think I'm getting also at 375. Jared, I was thinking of selling some 620 calls of a SPY and selling some 580 puts. What do you think, Jared, about this?
I'm short Tesla or Nvidia right now, just a little bit, just to be.
Yeah.
Looking for 144 on NVIDIA and 145 will stop out.
And any question, guys, from the chat room? Tesla three. So the question is, does Tesla get to 390 by the end of this week? So we have only one trading day left, tomorrow, and I personally don't think it's gonna be that. I mean, it's possible. Tesla has proven that it can do whatever, but I'm not really betting on it. So if you want to sell 390 calls, you might be okay.
Qs continue to sell off here. SPY is kind of just hanging in there.
So literally, I had issues with getting filled on my IB, but not I didn't put a stop loss, but my fills were super
Oh, man.
slow, and I didn't get I got a partial fill on many of them. Yeah.
Got stopped up.
All right. So what's the situation?
I should have stuck with it because it was never broke above the 90. Peter's watching. Peter's watching.
Hello. What do you want me to do for you today, trader? Should I start from the bottom or to the top?
I'm here to clean your house.
Oh, it's serious. I think it's bad news. She's not coming.
NVIDIA's leaking. NVIDIA's leaking. Leaking. Come on down.
All right. So
Come on down.
So what I'm gonna do is, guys, I'm gonna get out of my position on Tesla completely. I'm all out, flat. Oh shit, I haven't put it.
I do now in the Australia.
Chris has some people out looking for him.
Yeah, that's.
It's my station. Obviously, there's a lot of company. Jesse Brian together. Everybody join us for the next retreat. So, yeah, what did you trade?
Tesla MSTR short.
I love Tesla. I traded MSTR. MSTR. Wow. You get that You get that grants. Did you do me? Are you this?
Working on it.
Someday. Tesla. STR. This is really neat. That's good. That's Chris. Try loading your setting. This is Abby. It's very interesting. I mean, I'm all the girls are supposed to do. It looks like this. Alright, so that's cheating the grass. This is the last reading day. I hope that everybody is coming to our next event. Of course, Vancouver, same as this, but more fun.
No, I don't know if we can have more fun here.
All right, guys, one announcement that I have for the chat room and for YouTube, guys. Ayman is having a presentation on Trading Terminal free for everybody, members or YouTube people, and we're going to share the link here. It's at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, just 1 hour after the market closes, and it's going to talk about analysis based on multiple time frame. So I personally use daily chart for levels, 5 minutes for a strategic decision, and 1 minute for tactical decision, like entries and exits. You can actually have a different time frame based on what you want in your trading. Like I'm a scalper, I'm like always high, and I want to just ADHD type trading. But a lot of people don't want to trade like that and shouldn't trade like that. So multiple time frame, like 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, like depending on what kind of a style you want to develop, is actually helping you a lot in understanding the price action. Again, for me, I'm looking with 5 minutes, making higher high and higher lows. Okay, it's a bullish move. And now I'm looking at a 1 minute for a tactical entry, for a precise entry. So Ayman is really good at looking at the higher time frame. Like I think he's using 30 minutes and 1 hour as well. So he's giving this presentation for free in Trading Terminal at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, free for everybody, YouTube, your family, chat room, and anyone that wants to come and learn about it. So it's 1 hour. This kind of webinars turn out to be super interesting for people who want a little bit more introduction about these things, because it can be a little bit scary. It's overwhelming what we do. Like a lot of terminology you don't know, a lot of decision making, thought process you don't know. So I want to recommend everybody to come. I also put it on the newsletter today, so everybody can actually attend that. Any question about that? Yeah, I think the recording will be available as well. We posted somewhere. If you didn't, you just email us. Spy is just rallying. Is there anything at 10 o'clock, any news or something?
Just buyer brigade came in.
Yeah.
Buying brigade, guy the dip, guy the dip, guy the dip. Are you still in MSDR?
No, I'm out of it.
It's like at 417.
Yeah, 417 now.
Crazy.
I got one.
Spies breaking out.
Guys, Spy is breaking out. This is unbelievable. So I'm flat, as you know, guys, so I'm going to actually walk around a little bit. So all right, guys, I'm going to do a recap for 2 minutes, if you allow me. The recording. Oh, shit. I don't have Camtasia here. All right.
Awesome, man. That's listen.
Again, I'm actually guys answering any question that you might have in the chat room or in YouTube. If there's anything, let me know.
Wow, see? Yeah. Rock slide. Oh, you know, so I think it's like
Guys, also in the chat room, I want to mention that in the chat room on YouTube, if you want to join us, if you want to learn, and if you really want to invest properly, we have this 1-year annual membership at only $1,100 that really walks you through all of these basics and will really help you to understand everything. Trading is not something that you join something for 1 minute and 1 month and 1 week learn it. You really, really need to come. You need to watch us like as an entertainment show. Watch us for some time, for a few weeks, and then slowly test yourself in a free simulator that we have in Trading Terminal. And then later, you can invest in a simulator with DAS or any other platform, or join our $50,000 funded account. Trade on our funded account and see if you can actually take any profit. If you can't, then you really never should open your real account. So I'm really, really hoping that you guys, if you are serious, we got to take this seriously. I mean, I know trading attracts a lot of people that, oh, I can do it, it's easy. Or my brother made money, or, this guy had this and that kind of thing. But if you want to consistently make money out of it, then you have to really invest on it, be around a group of people who yes, Brian, we have it. Email me. So yeah, we do have also 1-year membership and also the $50,000 funded account. Email me, I can just actually send it to you. So in this funded account, guys, is the funded account. I try to save you from yourself. You are your own worst enemy in trading. I see these are the people that they think they know how to trade when they're funding an account. And I see the mistakes that they did, the accounts that they blow up is just scary and unbelievable. So I really want everybody to go to this funded account and, really, if you can't pass the funded account, then there's no way that in the real account you can actually make money, because the cost for you in a funded account is a little bit. But in the live account is 100%. The cost for you in the funded account is like 10%, but the cost in the live account is 100% or even more. So you really want to go through this challenge at least once or twice. And if you can't make consistent money on that, then so be it. Don't do trading. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's to learn something else. Maybe try to learn another business on the side, maybe online marketing or something. I don't know. Trading is not for everybody either. So it's super important. Like I've been in this industry for long, and we were one of the first communities. I've been in this education industry for 12, 13 years, and I really can tell you that many of these guys that I see they have no business in the financial markets, because it is super, super, super dangerous. TikTok entertainers, like we had it back in 2020 and 2021. All the content creators were at home. They had nothing to do. Everybody got into trading. And now at least content creators can go and create contents with other stuff. But in that time, everybody was at home. So, that was a boom of retail trading. But life got destroyed, guys.
I get stopped out of the rest of my NVIDIA trade, but managed a partial and some little profit.
Yeah. Yeah, so essentially that's what we want. We want variable traders to be a home for you, to find family. Like this is family. Show me a community that they do these kind of things. So we want to be family. Like we shared room together. We, shared swimming pool together. We shared taxis together. Like this is a family, and I want the family to help you. No, we didn't share it. Oh man, this Mr. President, man. I'm live on YouTube. We are not that kind of group. I'm sorry. No.
We have a good time.
We are having a good time. So that's what I mean. I mean, I try to live on the word that this BBT family is like a family, and the family try to support each other. We can't really make miracles and make you amazing trader, but we can actually support as much as possible. Now, like Abby and Scott are talking to each other. Like a lot of our traders, more experienced traders are talking to the newer traders. But the goal is, at the end of the day, we want you to help you develop a system. It's very important to learn how to develop a system for yourself. It's not about just watching me and, oh, Andrew is long, I'm going to go long. No, it's about, do you have a system to go long on Tesla as well? Your system might be very close to me, very close to Paris or Megan, but it has to be your system. You might get lucky a few times that, I call it on time, the price action gives you a pullback, and then, you get into that and make, a couple of $100 or a couple of $1,000, but it's not consistent. Making consistent money, how to day trade for a living, is building your own system. And that's why, peak capital trading, we all focus on how to actually build a trade book, give you feedback and test it. I build a journaling tool for free for peak capital traders. You don't need to pay anything to anybody. Just go through the journaling tool of yourself. And actually, there is an email that I'm going to send soon at one of our traders. He posted his journaling result for his trade book and trades that also included not trade book, like random, gut feeling trades. And it was amazing that if you filter only the things that matches your criteria for a trade book, the consistent result is going up. It's actually super, super nice. I'm going to include it in my next book as well. I got permission from him. So if you want to make a consistent trade, every single trade has to have a name. You shouldn't be in a trade just because Abby is in a trade. You should be in a trade because it matches your entry, exit criteria of that specific trade book. And trade book must have a name.
Because it matches your plan.
Because it matches your plan. Like Brian trades differently. Like Rising Devil, his thing. Like if the stock is gapping down, comes up, he's shorted. I would never do that. It's just not my style. It's super scary to me. I just don't do it.
Living on the edge.
Yeah. See, Lisa, I say the random trades better me. That's how it is. Like the random trades. I say, oh, maybe NVIDIA is good. I jump in there. But the first question is when you jump into NVIDIA, is it fitting some of your trade books, or you just have a gut feeling that, oh, it's going to go up? The experienced traders who actually survived are the ones that have a trade book and stick to that. Like John, consistent trader, always break of high of the day. That's it. I don't think John ever has another trade book. I actually don't know. Maybe he has. But the only thing that he has, and I've always heard, is because we have another Telegram channel that we share all of our trades together. And John is always sending break of high of the day, break of high of the day. So he's really consistent with one trade book. And he's not jumping on every trade that breaking high of the day. He has some criteria for his break of high of the day. John. In the book that I'm writing, I'm going to talk about, usually there are trends, either counter trend or trend trading, like momentum trade, like opening range breakout. You should usually have one counter trend and one, trend trading, like momentum trading, because not always you find your trade book. Like I personally have, opening range breakout, which is perfect example of Tesla is today with really nice ads on it. I also have like 920. I like it for a counter trend, but it doesn't happen all the time. Did Tesla do the 920? No, neither. Yeah. So it doesn't happen. Sometimes the double bottom or extreme reversal. So that's 2-3. So I really hope you guys, consider trading as a very serious thing. I know it attracts the wrong group of people, the gamblers and the people that think that the universe owes them a living. But if you really want to survive in this game, you have to take it very seriously. Like you don't open a restaurant just because you think it's cool or someone in TikTok said that. But everybody starts trading just because they think it's cool, or just because it's easy to open an account is not really easy. And the industry is against you. Like these Wall Street, some of them are criminals. Like the gamification, like the Robinhood, the things that they're designing that. They make it like a betting, like a sport betting. I think it shouldn't be. Like, but again, they're driven by more trades, more commissions, more people coming in. So, yeah, the Michael Berry is the big guy who shorted the housing market first, Dr. Michael Berry. He had some tweets. I actually have the screenshots of tweets and putting in the next book. He was saying that how gamification of stunts, to the moon, that type of thing, how dangerous it is. I actually have found a screenshot of his tweets. Yes, that is life. So that was my rant. Is there any question? Try to figure out this recorder app. Sorry. Try that. All right, I'm gonna do the recap. Sure. So I have to stop the tube. All right, perfect.
Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Oh, hey everybody. How you doing? I'm
Oh, Peter's there, yeah.
I'm still here. We're still trading. I'm still waiting for my opportunities in the market. Some great open trading going on in this chat room. I got it, or sorry, in the live room here in Colombia. Had some live open trading that was fantastic. I know the Andrew guys showed you what some people were doing. Paris had some great trades. Megan's loving life. Andrew had some fun trades. So yeah, room's pretty happy today. That being said, we got a couple people feeling under the weather. You know what happens when you bring a big group, right? Somebody's going to get sick. So we've had our share of people getting taken down, but they're still coping with us. So we got a tour this afternoon that we're looking forward to do. And in the meantime, I'm hoping to get a trade or two in before we take off. Now, my trading style is only kicking in about now as I start to look for reversals and see what we get on pullbacks. For now, yeah, we had some good moves up in the morning. Like I was waiting for Tesla, hoping that I was going to get a pullback opportunity. I do not like this sideways price action, so that's not so good for me for a nice structured pullback on this. There's a great move up this morning that I was hoping to take advantage of the other side of, but it's actually sustaining that level. Nvidia, meanwhile, had a lot of spiky action earlier this morning. You can see it sort of bounced up, hit a high of day, all the way back down through VWAP, all the way back up to a new high of day, and then it's sort of set this range here that it's not giving good opportunities on. So at least not for my trading. Could have been a trade off the low of day if somebody was really aggressive off of a 144 area, but that's not something I do. So what we'll do, we'll hand you back to in the chat. Geez, I can't talk. In the chat room, we're going to hand you back to the tender mercies of our moderators. That may mean a little bit of quiet time in there, but enjoy. Other than that, if you're out on YouTube, thanks so much for joining us. We love having you watch us trade and trade with us. Hopefully, you had a great day out in the markets, and we will see you back here tomorrow morning. Take care, everybody. Have a great trading day. Trade smart.